want to do. I think I'm supposed to say it is Eihwar? Eihwar? I'm not quite sure exactly how you're meant to pronounce this. Um, it's self-described as music for Viking dance floors, which when I saw that, I'm like, oh yes, we must listen to this. I want to know what a Viking dance floor sounds like, okay? I'm thinking they're probably a little bit folk sounding, but I literally have no idea. Um, they have a bunch of music videos. Yeah, like this one says rewritten Nordic folk song. So, and there's a live performance in here. So, Viking war trance is the description for a few of these too. Which sounds like it might blend like folk and because traditional music is generally either classical or folk. Um, so I'm guessing they're doing like a trance style take on, folk music, which sounds interesting to me. Anyways, let's grab these. I'll save the live until last. So we'll look at the videos first. I'm also not sure what language this is going to be in. There's not a lot of detail. But I'm thinking it might not be in English, possibly. But let's start with Vol. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to say her name. The double dot sign over an O is making my like brain mess up. I am not used to those accent marks. If I heard it, I would know what to call this. But anyways, let's get to the first one. All right, before we get any farther, I also have to add her commitment to this outfit is also crazy. I mean, it's literally in the thumbnail for all the videos. So I'm assuming it's what we're gonna see her on stage with. Girl, girl. That's kind of wild. Pun intended. All right. Back to it. Back to it. Oop. By the way, um, I have to talk about the setting here because this looks like it was filmed in like at least some of that was definitely like a swamp, but it's a very pretty swamp. And the rest of it looks like it could be like right out of Skyrim, or at least what the developers used to create like the textures and scenery for Skyrim. I mean, come on, come on. You saw it too, right? Anyways, back to the music. Okay. Since that's basically the end of the song, that's our first listen to anything from them. It's quite a beautiful song, but it's one of the things you would expect to hear in like a really cinematic movie. I mean, a few tweaks and this could be like music in a Star Wars like film or series. Cuz they like to do that very like modern-ish folk for a lot of like their background music. I mean, easily the best example of this is like music on the Ewoks planet in the third of the original series. Um, but they do that in a lot of other like Star Wars movies. And like this would fit in really easily in the Lord of the Rings movies. Really easily. Um, yeah. I don't think we've had Viking trance music yet. I'm still waiting to hear that part. Because this wasn't, I mean, it's got little touches of things that I have heard in trance music. Trance is not my favorite type of what we would traditionally consider like dance music. But I do like a lot of trance elements. Uh, but the sort of defining feature to trance is repetition. Unlike when I was talking about um, Lamplighter in their performance a little bit ago, with trance, repetition is part of the style of music. So there is a lot of repetition in trance. Uh, Trance, I've always felt is really good to go to sleep to. Because for me personally, I don't find it very energizing. Um, and I can like zone out really easily on it, which includes falling asleep. So, just putting that out there. But this this was not very trancy as far as that goes. Um, yeah, I think that's most of my thoughts so far. I'm very curious what the others are going to sound like.
We are heavy drops of rain.
Totally not her voice, unless it's super edited. Now this is more trance style. Very industrial as well. Now, those are some words. Um, if you're not looking at the screen, the words up right now as the audio trails off are: we don't want our best enemies to spare us, nor to be spared by those we love. We are heavy drops of rain announcing lightning. And yes, this is a good example actually of trance, which being called Viking war trance should tell you this as a song title. But yeah, this is pretty much the definition of what trance music is like. Usually a very pounding beat is the undercurrent for any trance music. Any other elements are really secondary. And I think it falls back to that whole concept of repetition. Um, Drum beats are basically the same thing over and over again, unless there's like a timing change in a song or something like that. Here we get different types of percussion sounds, but other than that, it's very repetitive beats that drive everything, which is the perfect example of trance music. Her voice is repeated, so is the lower tones, which I'm assuming a guy voices those. If it's her voice, they definitely manipulated her voice quite a bit. Because it sounds both lower in pitch and darker than her voice by a ton. And even like growly singers for like heavy metal tend to still be like low in pitch but very bright in sound. So, definitely not like how I would expect if she were making those sounds herself. Now, you can train your voice to be like that if you want. Even as a woman, you can manipulate your voice to be very deep. How successful you can be at that varies a lot. But anyways, let's keep going. Man, these outfits. Even the audience is dressed up for this. definitely him doing the lower parts. All right. Man, I'm not gonna try to say the name of that. That is some craziness there. Um Also, just to help out my encoder, I'm gonna pause the moving background behind me and see if that helps. It wasn't keeping up. I don't think it liked the flashing strobe lights from their set. Anyways, back to the music. So, I'm first amazed that it is literally just two of them to make all that sound. Um, Definitely relying very heavily on that keyboard there. Um, Most of the beat is probably not. I mean, you saw him at least hitting the pads, which are drum pads, to make the drum sounds. But a lot of like all of those extra sounds are created by the keyboard by setting up a pattern and having it repeat that pattern over and over. Which, if they lean heavily into trance music, is probably normal. Um, Man, they did this in France too. Well, Irvin, if you want an uwu, I can give you an uwu. So, uwu. I hope you enjoyed. Um, yeah, I think going to one of their live performances would be very fun. Um, just because I think they're both quite the character. Or characters. That's probably a better way to say it. Anyways, let's keep going. Did they hire Jason Momoa? I know that's not Jason Momoa, but it looks a lot like him. It's very much in style.
30 Eihwar. Húgar heima.
I like the imagery in this song. Since it seems to be telling us this story about her father who passes away, but she gets a glimpse of when she puts the rune in the tree and then touches it. And we get flashes of her as like a little girl, which are adorable, by the way. Yeah, I definitely like that. I need to use the restroom really quick, so I am gonna start playing the next song, and I will come back in and give you my thoughts. So, yeah, I'm gonna play it because I don't want to stop if I don't have to. But yeah, I'm gonna put my speakers on rather than my headphones, and I'll be right back.
Välkommen. Argardegi. Akmagni.
Manecieran con Torena. Cenariten.
Ungdomsligger.
Well, that was a thing. So I did miss some of the potential story in the song by being in the restroom, but I could hear the music the whole time. Uh, from the looks of it, when I got back, she's been felled by some enemy and is rescued by the Viking guy. The mysterious Viking guy we keep seeing. And yeah, nursed back to health, and she goes and kicks some ass. Though that part was very quick. She did some serious ass kicking in like 12 seconds. I do love the way their music sounds on my speakers because with the subs and the speakers mounted around the room definitely adds like a vibration to the sounds you just don't get with headphones. Well, at least not with my studio headphones. Maybe some headphones can do that. Kind of scares me that some might be able to do that though. All right, we have one more, and then the live. Oh, she varied it up with a bikini this time. Still mostly her normal outfit, but crocheting bikini, definitely a look. Definitely a look. It's always hilarious when she lip syncs to his lines. I like the fact that they get like that. I'm gonna call it a guitar. It's probably, I mean, it's in the guitar family, but I don't know what specifically to call it. There are a lot of traditional guitar-like instruments, and and there's like over 100 that I've seen in a list before. So I don't know which one that is, but I like that he's playing it. It gives a slightly different feel than some of the other ones, which are a lot more percussion heavy. I mean, it's still very percussion heavy, but it gives a slightly different twist to the pattern I've seen in their songs. All right, let's take a listen to the live. This is half an hour long, so I'm not sure how much we're gonna listen to, but I want to listen to at least some of their live. And we've looked at Hellfest performances before. I don't know if we looked at the one in 2024 for anyone, but I know we've looked at some Hellfest before. Sorry, I have to stop to talk about this. But when she does that little reach around, I'm pretty sure she's adjusting the volume in her uh, earpieces that she's wearing so she can hear the studio version of the audio, or sometimes a clicker, depending on the type of performance, uh, or both. That you can have both even. Um, it's often hard to hear from the stage how things sound to the audience. So there's often like a whole setup that they use to like get you that audio so you can hear what it's going to sound like to the audience. Uh, that and needing that clicker or pacer, depending on what you want to call it, to give you the beats is also another thing that they tend to pipe into this. So, yeah. I'm pretty sure she was adjusting the volume either up or down. I'm not sure which. It's pretty hard to tell. Well, actually, it's impossible to tell unless you happen to know what gear she was using. So, yeah. But I wanted to point that out. I thought it was kind of funny. Usually you adjust them beforehand and then you just never touch them again. But yeah, you could see her like adjusting it. So I just wanted to point it out and talk about it for a sec. Anyways. I was curious if they had chapter markers, by the way. They do not. Man, there are an awful lot of guys in that audience. I see a few women from the looks of it, but definitely outnumbered by the guys. See what I mean? I think some of them are just there to watch the singer dance around in skimpy clothes, but that might just be me. Well, she speaks French. I still think it would be fun to watch in the audience for them. As much as it seems like a giant sausage fest. All right, I think I'm gonna cut away from the live now. Though, I will say, I kind of wish that it would be more than just the two of them. I think she should have like a set of like 2 to 4 dancers. And the dancers would kind of do what she does without the singing. I think that would add to the performance when they're on stage like this. Besides, percussion sounds are part of the forte for them. So having more percussion would boost the percussion elements that we hear in their music. But yeah, I'd like to see like 4 dancers with the little um, hand drums and do a little routine. And I think that would let her focus more on singing and chanting, which I think would be the stronger aspects. Not now, I'm not saying she's not attractive, and that shouldn't be something like I'm not like body shaming her because, girl, you have it, and you know that clearly because you're wearing skimpy clothes and you seem very comfortable in them. Um, I just think that as a like a core member of the group, maybe you can dress up, but you don't necessarily need to do this as like part of your stage presence. I think, getting some people to just do that part for you might energize the crowd a little bit more and reduce like your efforts during a performance. So you can focus on things that are vocally important. That's just my take. That's purely just my take. Anyways, I think that's it for Eihwar. And I'm still hoping I'm pronouncing that right.